believe that the metaverse as such will be a mega trend to investors over the long term. We've just recently published a paper or a white paper about the metaverse in which we describe both the consumer applications, where we think that there's still a lot of it has to be sorted out, and then the industrial applications where we fundamentally see a lot of value to investors longer term. And so double clicking on that or looking back to the metaverse, what it really is, it's a concept that covers multiple flavors. In essence, it's about a convergence of the physical world, so the world that we are living in today, and an increasingly virtual world. And more simply, it's about creating digital copies. And these copies could be of single objects, could be of entire environments, or experiences altogether. So I think if you look at the total market as such, we currently see the industrial applications being the largest driver of the promise of what we call the metaverse. I think just imagine how, and again driven by this constant or consistent increase in power of compute, what we could do with virtualization in industrial applications, in educational applications, and even medical applications. And I think from an industrial point of view, the real game changer here will be digital twins technology, where you take sensors on a physical object and you transmit real-time data, and you basically create a virtual or a digital twin of that physical object. You could use digital twins to remotely train engineers, surgeons, or a lot of knowledge workers within a context that wasn't possible before. One area where we see a lot of progress in terms of digital twins is how automotive manufacturers used digital twin technology to replicate their manufacturing facilities, which often cost in the billions of dollars. And the way how they can virtualize their manufacturing setting kind of, let's say, can increase at the end of the line, can increase their time to market, because they can run multiple real-time scenarios from a virtual setting. It can increase, as I said, the time to market, but also it can reduce or optimize the power efficiencies at which these plants run. We've seen that medical companies are basically using digital twins technology to map out a digital twin of any patient, and in which they then can optimize individual treatment of that patient, or even optimize like lifestyle changes to that specific patient. Well, let me first start with the industrial side, where we see the most promise. I think here the risk is somewhat mitigated, because a lot of the intentions, a lot of the aims here on the industrial side are to improve, let's say, time to market, are to improve productivity measures, and lastly are to reduce carbon footprint of these processes. We think over time that digital twins technology could really be a game changer in reducing the overall industrial ecological footprint. And then, of course, very tied to that are the consumer applications, where we are less certain, where we are more skeptical about the developments within the metaverse. And that comes down to two reasons, basically. First of all is a regulatory angle, where you see increased scrutiny from regulators over the recent years in terms of data security, how data is being stored, how it's being transmitted, how it's being basically controlled by a few parties, by a few large social media companies. A second point is the macroeconomic framework, where you just see it's less easier to finance these type of projects, and this puts a brake on the developments there as well. But on the industrial side, nonetheless, we continue to see, especially driven by this digital twins technology, that there's a lot of value in there.